For years, I was just trying to keep up. I'd come home from a long shift working in the ER and I'd walk into chaos. And I just feel like I was failing at home, in my business that I was trying to start, as a mom, definitely as a mom. But over the past 45 years, I've actually learned a lot through trial, error, burnout, breakthroughs. And today I'm so excited to share with you 20 life lessons that help me finally feel in control in my home, in my business, in my own brain. And these are the tips I wish someone had handed me when I was overwhelmed, stuck, and feeling behind. Let's start with number one. Do you ever walk through your house and think, why is this here? Or, didn't I put this away? Things left on the stairs, by the garage door, on the kitchen counter. This is one thing I have been guilty of for years, and it's bringing something halfway to its home and then just abandoning it like it's gonna finish the job on its own. I'd carry a laundry basket upstairs, leave it right outside the room. I'd bring something to the kitchen, set it down next to a drawer instead of putting it away. So tip number one is never put it down. Touch it once. Number two. When I first got serious about simplifying our home, I immediately looked around like any but normal person would do and thought, well, what does my family need to change? What toys could the kids donate? What should my husband get rid of? But the thing is, they weren't even on board yet. I had not explained what we were doing and I had not shown them the benefits. All they knew is that I was telling them they had to let go of their stuff. And once I realized that wasn't working, and it actually wasn't that fair, I changed my approach. I started with my own stuff. I focused on areas that were mostly mine. And if something was shared, like something in the kitchen, I would ask first. So tip number two, focus on your own things first. Your family will likely follow. Number three, have you ever looked at a cluttered garage or an office or a closet and just thought, I need more shelves, I need more totes, and I need more bins. What I need is a trip to the container store. You head to the store and you come home with those beautiful shelves and baskets, big dreams, only to realize a week later that your clutter is now cuddling your totes like those totes are its mommy, and you're stacking stuff on top of those baskets. Your organization system has turned into just another layer of clutter. So tip three, don't organize what doesn't belong. Declutter first, always. Number four, some of these lessons are deep and some are just learned the hard way. That moment when you reach into your purse that has been sitting in a hot car and you find a sticky tube of lip gloss that smells like melted Barbie. Tip number four, don't leave lip gloss or lipstick in your purse in the summer unless you want to create a melted goo situation. Number five, when I first started my business, I was trying to get everything organized. Of course, I'd already been working on the home, but I also wanted to get the business organized. So I thought what I needed was a bunch of different notebooks and online files. I had a book for kitchen inventory. I had one for YouTube organization. I had online files for my programs and my clients. I had a book of garden plans, a workout routine, and more. I fell deep in the bullet journaling hole, and it was just too much, and it made me way more scattered. Once I dropped my stack of notebooks and it was like watching 7 different failed systems hit the floor all at once. So what works now is one, the power of one paper planner, one plan for digital files, and one calendar. Tip number 5, simplify your systems, the power of one. Number 6, one summer I was inspired by a friend's chore chart. It was beautiful. It had structure, it had incentives, it had rules, and I was ready. So I offered rewards, I created structure, I thought, and I tried to stick to it. But then it kind of fell apart. What I learned about myself and my kids is that we do not thrive under rigid rules. We need gentle rhythms, not hard lines. And often in my content, I talk about how it's like having a system or routines. It's like putting up the bumpers on the bowling alley. So we don't need anything too rigid though. If it's too rigid, that's just too much. Tip number 6 is be flexible. Rigidity breaks down, especially when life gets messy. Number 7, you know that book that talks about getting up early to get ahead of the day? Which book am I talking about? Well, there are about 567, so you can pick any one of those. Now, when I first started my business, I thought this was a great solution to find more time. The problem was I was getting cranky as the day went on. At like 2 p.m., I was like on a warpath. I also realized I had to go to bed earlier because I was exhausted. And as the mom of teenagers, they were already staying up late. So I was like hitting the hay darn early. That was not good. So basically, I was robbing Peter to pay Paul. You cannot subtract sleep from the morning and not feel like you're going to have to make up for it later. This is not healthy. What I realized was I had to be more efficient with my time throughout the whole day. So if getting up early doesn't work for you naturally, that's okay. Get up when you have to or when you can, and just be more efficient with your time. Number 7, getting up early will not solve all of your problems. Number 8, I got my eyebrows tinted once, and for the first week, every time I looked in the mirror, I did a double take. Tip number 8, if you get your eyebrows tinted, don't be shocked when you meet the new version of yourself. It's getting better, right? Tip number 9 is a good one. Sometimes I look around and I feel completely overwhelmed because I need to clean up. I need to declutter or literally just like make a snack. Just go ahead and start. Tell yourself you will only spend 5 minutes and then you can go ahead and quit. Usually you will go way longer. So tip number 9 is just start. Number 10, if you work from home or you have a business at home, you may notice some areas tend to bleed into one another. Maybe you leave your planner on the coffee table, your laptop in the kitchen, and the next thing you know, your space bar doesn't work because there's flour in your keyboard. So number 10, define your work and home areas, even if it's just an imaginary line. Number 11, this is less of a tip and more of a public service announcement. Tip number 11, if you are missing dishes, check your teenager's room. Bowls, forks, mugs, probably under a hoodie, and possibly fossilized. Number 12, do you remember those days when to buy something you had to actually go to the store? Now, I used to live in a little town and I would get so excited when I was going to be near like a body shop. I was so prepared and I knew just what I wanted. I wanted that delicious Satsuma body wash and some mango perfume. Now, 2 clicks and your package is on the porch. That is why we are using our 24-hour rule in our house. We wait, we pause, and we see if we still want it tomorrow. So tip number 12 is practice a 24-hour cooling off period, add it to your cart, just wait. Number 13. Another shopping trap is that you buy something great and then it just sits in your hallway because you don't actually know where it belongs. And have you ever noticed that after Christmas, things tend to sit under the Christmas tree because we don't know what to do with them, or maybe there isn't even room for that stuff to be put away. Now, if you don't know where it will live, it's only going to add to the mess. So only buy things if you know where they're going to go, and stuff without a home can quickly become clutter. Now, number 14 is a follow-up to 13. This might be the most important organizing principle ever. If it doesn't have a home, it becomes a wanderer and it floats from room to room, always out and never put away. But once it has a designated space, cleaning takes minutes. So tip number 14 is give everything a home. Your house will feel calmer and it'll be easier to get others to help put things away. Tip number 15. There is a correct way to load the dishwasher, and that is my way. I'm just kidding, sort of. The best way to do it is so that all of the dishes are going to get sprayed. You want your plates facing in. You want your bowls facing down. You want your cups facing down. Cutlery facing up or down, that can be a contentious point. I'm not getting into it. However, tip number 15 is load the dishwasher the right way. Number 16, have you ever spilled milk or water or, God forbid, soap, and you immediately start wiping the floor only to realize that when you go to clean the counter, that is falling onto the floor? This is why we always start up top, because gravity can either be your friend or your enemy, and this even works when we're cleaning our closet, dusting, or just plain anything. It's so great if we just practice tip number 16, and that is work from the top down. Number 17. You know when you go to make dinner and you have to walk across the room to grab different things, or when you go to wrap a gift and you're digging through 3 different drawers, going from one floor to the other, looking for your tape, your scissors, your ribbon. Meanwhile, your kids are asking if you've seen their other shoe. Now, this chaos can be resolved with one simple shift. Put things where you actually use them. Keep your tape with the gift wrap, put pens near the mail, have an extra trash bag at the bottom of the bin instead of in the basement. Tip number 17 is keep things at the point of performance. It'll save you time, frustration, and your last nerve. Number 18, Once upon a time, 10,000 unread emails seemed shocking, and now that's child's play. In one of my business groups, someone admitted that they had over 100,000 unread emails. What's the highest number that you've ever heard? Please tell me. And honestly, I get it. That is why I started building in what I call an anti-procrastination day. This is from a Fly Lady thing, so I didn't name it, but I just love it. It's a time for those annoying tasks that build up and suck your energy just by existing. So on Fridays, I unsubscribe from junk mail. I clean out old files. I deal with receipts. I pay bills. I make phone calls. Ugh, I hate a phone call. I deal with the things that have just been hanging around my neck on my mental to-do list. Tip number 18, give your brain a break. Schedule a weekly anti-procrastination day. Number 19, one of the easiest ways to avoid clutter creep is this. If something new comes in, something old has to go out. If you get a new water bottle, donate the one that you never reach for. You know, that one that's all scratched up and it kind of leaks and you never know where the lid is. If you've bought a new sweater, time to retire the one you've been ignoring for these last 3 winters. This keeps you ahead of the stuff, so you're not constantly re-decluttering the same spaces. Tip number 19, remember the 1 in, 1 out rule. And number 20, one of the biggest reasons people don't declutter, they don't organize, and they don't take action is that they're waiting for the perfect moment, the right box, the right method, the right deal, the right place to donate. And in the meantime, nothing is getting done. I've seen women delay decluttering for months because they couldn't figure out where to take their donations or because they didn't want to waste something. But here's the truth. Perfect is a lie. Tip number 20, don't get stuck trying to do it right. Just start. And number 21, when you don't know where to start here. Just grab a garbage bag. There's something deeply satisfying about tossing expired coupons, dried up pens, old receipts, broken toys. It just creates quick momentum, and you will often uncover deeper layers that you finally are ready to let go of. Tip number 21, start with the garbage. Always a good place to begin. And if you're like, I still don't know what I'm doing, or if you want more awesome tips for my full system, check this out here. Stay tidy and mighty. I hope something great happens for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.